Hey guys, I'm recording this for the first part of this video because it's titled VR to Randy, a Ragamuffin Piper. I realized after doing the video that I hadn't even answered his VR question. He asked us to talk about a favorite Thanksgiving or Christmas memory. Well, I didn't even address that in my videos. I just went off on a thing about how I met Randy. So anyway, I'll just leave it at that for now. So apologize for not actually answering Randy's or addressing his VR, but hope you enjoy the story anyway. Thanks guys. Hey guys, David again, Central Cal Piper. Same pipe, same tobacco. A couple hours later. I had to move my car. It was parked out in the sun. I pulled it under the shades here at work. Not that it's hot, but I don't know, I'm just more used to parking here. And the sun kind of gets in my eyes otherwise. So these big solar panels we could park under. Anyway, boy, walking out to the car, I could really smell the place across the way. It's called Tacos La Villa. Today's Taco Tuesday. I think I've mentioned it before. They have $1 tacos, which smell really good. But today, I'm fasting, at least until I get home. Kind of like one meal a day type situation. I know that. I've tried this before. Basically, the theory is that you eat one meal a day, dinner primarily. You're supposed to eat normal meal, high in protein, low in carbs. The theory is you eat that one meal a day with all the right things, and you lose weight. Very good theory. Problem is that sometimes after fasting all day, I go home and I'll find something that I shouldn't eat and I eat it. So it's an ongoing struggle. Each day is a new day. I'll try to do better. But those tacos sure smell good. They're only $1 each. 4 of those would only set me back $4, and they would taste good, but I won't be doing that today because I have willpower, at least for right now. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd come on here and do a little VR for a friend of mine, Randy, Ragamuffin Piper. I think I mentioned this before, but we go back a long ways. Now, I can't remember exactly how long I've known Randy, but we first met at church camp, a Heartland camp. It was a youth camp we went to the same church, denomination at least, different towns, but same denomination. Even though, it's funny, I grew up and my mom always said it was a non-denominational church, but it is a denomination. There's no membership in our church. And every blood-washed one belongs to the church, our church. Everyone who shows up can take communion. You don't have to sign any membership thing or statement of, loyalty or anything like that. If you're a Christian, born-again Christian, and you're saved by the blood of Jesus, then you're a member of our church. So there's no membership, but it definitely is a denomination. Church of God, based in Anderson, Indiana. Non-charismatic variety. So anyway, that's the church that this church camp was affiliated with. And here in Central California, we had a lot of churches. And this youth camp back then, this would have been the mid-70s, was just a hopping place. For 1 week during the summer, they had a junior high camp, and then another week they had junior camp for all the smaller kids. Well, the first year I went was in 1973. I was 10 years old. I can't remember if I met Randy at this one or not, but I went with a buddy of mine, Travis, which I've mentioned him before. He was a friend of mine. We were cousins for a while. My uncle and his mom were married for a short time, but we remained friends forever and are still friends, although I don't see him often anymore. But this church camp was great. It was only a few hours away from where I live here in the Central Valley. up above the mountains. In the Sierra Nevadas. Anyway, Heartland was its name. Now it's a fancy conference ground, but then it was just a campground. They had, cabins, just with a lot of bunks, no bathrooms or restrooms in the cabins, just communal restrooms and shower building. But me and my friend Travis went up there, and Travis loved it. He both he and I were raised by single mothers. His mother, however, was a drug user, and he had a really crummy childhood. So when he went to church camp, it was an escape for him of all the things that he enjoyed. Didn't have to worry about his mom. He ate 3 meals a day, had a nice place to sleep, take a shower. Although at age 10, I'm not sure how many showers they're interested in taking, but it was a great place. He loved it. Me, on the other hand, I liked it until it got dark at night. Then I would lay in my bunk looking at the open window for bears, because I was convinced that a bear was going to come into our cabin and do some damage. So the first night, I remember laying there forever in bed, being afraid of this bear that was no doubt going to come in and eat me. I was in the bottom bunk. Travis was in the top bunk. Well, after a while, I heard some pounding and some whispering, and Travis looked at me and said, he said, I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm too afraid to walk to the bathroom. So I'm pretty sure Travis peed his pants there on the first night at summer camp. I gotta continue this in a minute, because I could take a quick stop. I'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, it's me again. Sorry about the well, to you it's not an interruption because it went straight to this. My wife usually texts me about 11:45 each day. That's when she gets a break for lunch. We talk for a few minutes. I was explaining to her how good those tacos smelled. She confessed that she had a small muffin today because they gave the first graders muffins. She said she was starving, so she had one. So I have official permission if I want to go get some tacos, but the problem is that as it gets close to noon, it gets really busy, so it's about 10 till. But I chose to do this video to connect to my friends rather than go get tacos. I may get those this afternoon. I have another break at 2 o'clock, so we'll see. Anyway, I was talking my story. My friend Travis, his unfortunate accident. I don't know if I mentioned that part, but he had to the restroom and he didn't make it. So the next morning, he recruited my help to get rid of his wet underwear. So I can't remember what we did with him, but I remember it being an issue. So anyway, I guess we both survived that first night. I was sleepy the next day. He was probably humiliated. But anyway, so that night was awful. I didn't sleep and all that stuff happened. So, but the next day, I was 10 years old, but apparently quite the sissy, because I was really homesick. My stomach wasn't feeling well, and I pretty much convinced myself that I needed to go home between the bears and all that. So I think we made it till Wednesday. I think on Wednesday evening I thought that I'd had enough, so I said I wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't. My stomach was really bothering me. They sent me, the nurse and my friend Travis went with me. Well, we got there, she took my temperature, I was perfectly fine. However, my friend Travis, who didn't complain about anything, she noticed him and decided to take his temperature, and he had a fever. So poor Travis, because of me, he got found out by the nurse, and before we knew it, they were contacting my mom to come and get us. So Travis was mad at me because I was the reason he was going back home to a place he really didn't want to go to, and we were leaving this fun place that he was looking forward to. So anyway, that was our first camp experience. All this to say that Randy and I became friends, and I think I went back to camp a couple years later in junior high school. I was good. I had some buddies with me. I met Randy. All I remember about Randy, I mean, I knew Randy. He was my friend. We were in the cabin together, but Randy was this little hyper type guy that I thought was pretty funny. So we became friends. And for the next few years, when I went to summer camp, Randy was there. We got to hang out together, do things together, act like, uh-oh, people are walking and coming out of their cars. Just a second. My windows are all down, of course, to vacate or get rid of the smoke out of my car, but people can hear me as I'm talking. So anyway, Randy was a friend from camp. Got to see him for at least a few years in a row. Our church back in those days would have these things called district rallies, where I think once a month or once a quarter for the Sunday evening service, we'd all meet at a kind of a centrally located church, and that was Randy's hometown in Tulare. So Randy would always be there, and we got to hang out. I remember he used to help his brother with the soundboard. Even back then, he's a sound engineer now, but back then he was interested in it at that point, even junior high age, because his brother did the soundboard at this church. He was up there fiddling around with the knobs, from what I recall. Anyway, so Randy, now look at him. He's got books, writes devotionals, all these blogs. Sheesh. He was just a 10-year-old kid or so, maybe 12 when I met him. Look where he's at now. Good on you, Randy. I enjoy your channel. I do enjoy the that we get to talk to each other. Oh boy, someone's in the car next to me. She's gonna think I'm a nut out here talking to my mirror or phone. Anyway, I guess I should probably go. She's sitting there next to me. And you all know how I feel about that. So, congratulations, Randy, on your subs. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for being patient and listening to all my stories. God bless you guys.